G'day. Let's talk about that all-important question. Most people ask it. It's cost. What's the cost of the system? Now, I like to use the word investment. I like to use that word because there is a slight mindset difference from cost to investment, because at the end of the day, the software is an investment in your business. The software is going to make a change to your bottom line. It's going to improve your bottom line. It's going to improve your processes. It's going to improve your efficiencies, and it's going to make your business better. If you don't believe that it's going to do those things, then don't buy it. So if it does those things, then of course it's an investment. So at the end of the day, what you need to look at is what is the software you are going to get out of the software, and what are you going to get by actually implementing the system. Now, of course, there's budgets. You can say, okay, yeah, it's an investment, it's going to cost $1 million. If you just plainly don't have $1 million, well then of course it might be the best thing. Everybody wants to have a Ferrari or for me it's a Maserati. You may or may not be able to afford that. And while it might be the best thing, it might be the safest car on the road, the best looking car, the best whatever is your particular thing that you have, if it's not within some sort of budgetary requirement that you've got, then it's not going to work for you. So I totally appreciate the fact that the software's got to fit within your budget. What I've seen through people going out and purchasing software systems is that the cost is not necessarily just the actual product itself and the cost of actually implementing a system. The cost that you're going to encounter is around a lot of other things in terms of your business. So you've got to factor in things like what it costs you to actually implement the system, the disruption to your business, and there will be some disruptions. The cost of training your people, the cost of implementing it, getting support, all those sorts of things. So there are additional things that you need to factor into the system, and often what happens is that the price of the actual system in the first place isn't necessarily what it's going to end up costing you as a business. I say that for the purpose that sometimes people go out and they might purchase a cheap system. The cheap system doesn't get implemented effectively. The people that train it don't know how to use it. It might not actually work for your business, and it might not have the right processes in place. So not only have you then gone and maybe you've saved X amount of dollars in terms of buying a cheap piece of software, but at the end of the day, what's it cost you to actually implement the system? And at the end of the day, if it doesn't work for you, you've spent all that money and you've come back with a system that isn't the right system for you in the first place. I see lots of businesses do that, and they come back to us 1 year, 2 years down the track, and they say, hey James, or whoever they might be speaking to in my team, and they say, we bought XYZ piece of software, we found that it's not really the right piece of software for us, wish we had bought yours in the first place, I want to go and buy yours today. Fantastic, great, I love the fact that they come back to us, but I really wish that they'd have purchased our system in the first place. But that's really something that you need to take into consideration about the actual system being the best system for you in terms of the cost. What we've done from an investment perspective is of recent times we've actually changed the Autosoft system. So previously we basically dealt with the best of the best, you might say. So we had a premium software and it was premium priced. What we've done is with the release of Autosoft 5, which is our very latest version, is we've incorporated in the process of releasing that particular application different levels of the application. So we've now got 3 levels. So we can start off with the Essentials level, that's level 1. The Essentials level is for small businesses from 1 to 3 users who want to get the basics right, and sometimes it can be great if you might just want to start at the Essentials level of the business. The second level is the Standard Edition. The Standard Edition is for those people that are from 1 to 5 computers in their business, and it's an application that's got a few things that the professional version doesn't have. Honestly, you're possibly not going to use some of those things that the professional version has anyway, so you might not even need the professional version. That's up to you and depends on your circumstances. The third level is the professional version, which is the bells and whistles version. It's got everything in it, and you can basically do anything in it. So now that we've got 3 levels, we can actually fit into a whole lot of different budgetary requirements. So speak to our sales team and ask the questions about what's in the different versions so that we can get the right fit for your business. So from an investment perspective, it's important that you not only consider the actual investment that you're going to make in the software, but what it's actually going to mean to your business. In fact, what I recommend to a lot of business owners is that they actually write down on a piece of paper what they're going to get out of the software. What does it mean to you? what is it that you're going to get at the bottom line of your business? And if that isn't in the positive over a period of time, that whatever that period might be, it might be 1 or 2 years that the system pays for itself and then starts making you money. If it doesn't do that, then honestly don't buy it. So I think you really need to do that exercise first before you go making the decision of buying any piece of software, no matter what the cost of the actual software is in the first place. I hope you found this valuable, and I hope it gives you a couple of things to think about. Thanks again.